Coach, we're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll run with Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Haskins on third down. Looking long for his tight end. It's caught inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. On second down, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Now Haskins, third and long. And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Hopkins' kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, deep.
Here's Wentz to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run at Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Solid.
From the 38, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Redskins 3.
Let's go. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Open man. It's Vernon Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. On 1st down, this is Geis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins, he's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
53, let's go.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. He'll have a first down past the 40. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Redskins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To throw, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now on 2nd and 13, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on first is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Anderson charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack on first down, Wentz, his throw incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. He's checking.
Haskins from his own end zone. And he's got room. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sideline.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Throwing again on second down. Haskins is going to fire one deep up. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On the give, running right is Howard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Motion. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
On first down, Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Wentz now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
55, Mike, guys, 55.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Number 53, Mike 53. I'm coming.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Another run here with Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Redskins' 33.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 33 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by one more.
42, Redskins 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On 3rd down, Thompson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Check it back. Kill.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action. Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson, 47 yards. And the Redskins are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Hopkins with the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
From the 25 on second down, Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. They'll run with Thompson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second down, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. To throw on third down, Haskins. It's caught by Davis. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Check. 53.
On second down and 4, Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a third down.
Hey, we got number 53.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike, 53.
On the ground, Geis. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
Brings up second and 9.
On second and 9, Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wentz now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about minutes. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's the mic. Rock 57. All day. All day.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on second and long. Wentz completes it to Aguilar. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shift, shift.
On first and goal, Howard. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from the 1.
Check safety, check safety. No, no, no. It's staff. Under 10, under 10, 10. I swear, Grade 15, grade 15.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Wentz now to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Haskins to throw, and this one completes a read. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys